everyone. Wish you a very happy new year. Oh. So heard that on your repeat. I'll call the meeting to order and note that all members are present. There are no presentations. Review of addendum and approval of agenda.
Moved by Councillor Besner, second by Councillor Little, resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council scheduled for Tuesday, January 5th, 2016 be approved as amended.
All in favor? It's carried. Announcements, give you notice and schedule of meetings. Note the number of meetings for part of January. I do have one other announcement, and that is that there will be a special meeting of council on Tuesday, January 12th, 2016, immediately following the corporate planning meeting for one item, to authorize the submission of a grant application for the connecting link. Declaration of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof. Consent agenda, resolution please.
Moved by Councillor Little, second by Councillor Besner, resolved that the items listed under the consent agenda, items 6.2 to 6.5, be approved as presented.
Any questions? All in favor? Sorry, Mr. Besner, go ahead.
I was just going to ask one question on 6.3, the declaring the municipal land surplus. After that's done, is there a waiting period?
No.
That's
Yeah, it's just a general statement. The municipality is saying that it is surplus to its own purposes.
Okay.
It follows our sale of land policy.
Very well. Thank you.
Seeing no other questions, I'll call it. All in favor? It's carried. Thank you. Nothing under delegations. We do have something under public meetings and the Planning Act. We have a resolution to close this portion of the public.
Moved by Councillor Besner, second by Councillor Little, resolved that the Council of the Corporation of Municipality of Wildwood is hereby adjourned the regular council meeting at 6:02 p.m. in order to conduct a public hearing in accordance with the Planning Act.
All in favor? Carried. Resolution for the agenda for
Moved by Councillor Chasson, seconded by Councillor Morrison, resolved that the agenda for the public meeting Planning Act scheduled for Tuesday, January 5th, 2016 be approved as presented.
all in favor? It's carried. Mr. Ray, could you just briefly give a description of what will transpire, the purpose of this meeting under the Planning Act?
Yeah, so there's a script that we should read from with respect to what your requirements are as mayor and my requirements as the clerk. But essentially what this is a meeting under section 34 of the Planning Act to consider a rezoning application for the subject property. And tonight's meeting is for a public meeting only to hear arguments to hear and receive either arguments for or against the rezoning. And no decision is made here tonight. We will take those comments, and then the proposed bylaw, unless there is some objection to it, would come for the February 2nd council meeting, I guess, first Tuesday in February.
Okay, thank you. This is a public meeting under Section 34 of the Planning Act for zoning bylaw amendment. The purpose of the proposed zoning amendment is to zone lands described legally as Plan M169, lots 1686, 1687, Part Block R, RP AR 507, Part 1 RP IR 3437, Part 1 parcels 800 and 1222 Mishpecotton, from the rural commercial C3 zone to the urban highway commercial C2 zone. The purpose of the proposed amendment is to permit the reuse of the subject lands for medical and health care services together with other commercial uses. The proposed zoning bylaw amendment will also rezone lands described as Plan M169, Part R, VLKR, Parcel 127, Mishpecotton, RP AR 57, Part 3, Parcel 1201, Mishpecotton, RP 1R 3437, Part 2, from the residential third density R3 zone to an urban highway commercial exception C2X zone. The proposed amendment will recognize an existing rental shop and repair business that has existed on site for several years. If you wish to be notified of council's decision, please ensure you sign the sheet at the entrance and provide your mailing address. The format of this meeting will begin with the clerk, Mr. Ray, outlining the method by which notice of this meeting was given. Mr. Ray will then list the written submissions received by council regarding the proposed new zoning bylaw. I will then ask the applicant if they wish to speak to the application. It is noted that in order to appeal any decision of council to the Ontario Municipal Board, the appellant must have outlined comments or concerns at the public meeting or submitted comments and concerns to council in writing. Notice of this public meeting was given by ordinary mail to every owner of land. Oh, sorry, I'm gone to Mr. Ray's side, sorry, my thumb was over the section that said clerk.
Notice of this public meeting was given by ordinary mail to every owner of land within 120 meters of the subject lands on December the 1st, 2015, and to all persons and public bodies as prescribed under the Ontario Planning Act regulation. As of 4:30 today, the municipality has received no written submissions.
I'll now ask the applicant if they wish to speak to their application, and I note they are not present here tonight.
Yeah, there's nobody present from the applicant.
Are there any persons present who wish to provide verbal or written submissions with respect to the proposed bylaw? If so, please clearly state your name and address for the record. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the proposed zoning bylaw? Seeing none, council will consider all matters placed before it prior to coming to a decision on this proposed new zoning bylaw. This public meeting is now over. Thank you for your attendance. The time is now 6:07.
Question. On our agenda, there was the minutes of the public meeting that was held in 2012. Do we have to approve those minutes?
Yeah, we should do that before we close the meeting
Okay.
officially.
It goes to show you we do a lot of this business often.
Moved by Councillor Morrison, seconded by Councillor Chasson, resolved that the following minutes of the public meeting be adopted as presented. Minutes of a public meeting planning act held Tuesday, March 6, 2012, as contained on pages 1 and 2, inclusive of the minute book.
All in favor? Carried.
And moved by Councillor Chasson, seconded by Councillor Morrison, that the meeting closed at 6:07 p.m.
All in favor? That's carried, thank you.
And moved by Councillor Little, seconded by Councillor Besner, resolved that the Council of the Corporation Municipality of Wawa is hereby returned to the regular council meeting at 6:07 p.m.
All in favor? That's carried. No reports under 9, informational reports, or 10, full committee reports, new business. Item 11.1, resolution to appoint deputy mayor for 2016.
Moved by Councillor Besner, seconded by Councillor Little, resolved that the Council of the Corporation Municipality of Wawa is hereby appoint Councillor Ivan Besner as deputy mayor for the year 2016.
All in favor? It's carried. And I'd like to thank Bill for doing that job in 2015. Appreciate it. 11.2, approve accounts receivable write-offs. Resolution.
Moved by Councillor Little, seconded by Councillor Besner, resolved that the Council of the Corporation Municipality of Wawa is hereby authorized to write off the following uncollectible accounts receivables in accordance with Municipality of Wawa policy number FT004, write-off of accounts receivable.
Any questions? All in favor? It's carried. 11.3, approve insurance quotation for municipal airport insurance.
Moved by Councillor Morrison, seconded by Councillor Chasson, resolved that whereas the insurance program of the Municipality of Wawa Municipal Airport expires on January 16, 2016, now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation Municipality of Wawa does hereby accept the terms for the renewal of the Municipal Airport Insurance Program for the Wawa Municipal Airport policy period for 12 months as quoted by Aon Reed Stenhouse Inc. in the amount of $4,361 plus applicable taxes.
Is there a significant increase from last year, or is it fairly close to last year?
Same.
Same? Thank you. Are there any other questions?
On the insurance, it does not fall under Wawa's umbrella? The airport?
No.
It doesn't?
The equipment, for example, the vehicles and the snow clearing equipment fall under ours, but this is special liability for airports.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just to Councillor Chasson, this is the only company that does airport insurance. And so our regular carrier, which is run through Dawson and Keenan, they don't offer that type of insurance.
Thank you.
Call the question, all in favor? This is carried. Notice of motion, the ATV bylaw, we're still waiting for the update on the
Actually, I
legislation.
do have some additional information from our insurance company, so that bylaw should come forth fairly soon, probably by February.
Okay, thank you. Consideration of bylaws?
Moved by Councillor Chasson, second by Councillor Besner, resolve the following bylaws be introduced and read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. And to the mayor and clerk to sign and seal the same, any rule of this council to the contrary notwithstanding. 2920 to confirm, 29-2015 to confirm the proceedings of council at its meetings held on 10th day December 2015 and the 5th day of January 2016. 29-21-15 to enter into an agreement with the Hawk Junction Local Services Board for the collection and disposal of domestic and commercial garbage from the community of Hawk Junction. 29-22-16 to enter into an agreement with J. Provo Contracting Limited for the municipal refuse collection. 29-23-16 to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the townships of Hornady, White River, Duberville, and Chapleau to undertake the Northern Information Technology Geomatics Cooperative and provide related services to each partner. 29-24-16 to authorize the sale of municipal land described as parcel 25-1, section 1M511, lot 25, plan 1M511, LT 189384 with PIN number 31170-0024, known municipally as 164 Mills Drive, to Martian Properties, Inc. Bylaw number 29-25-16 to enter into agreement with Spinoni Leasing Limited, National Car Rental, and authorize the municipality of Wawa to act as an agent for the rental of passenger commercial vehicles and accessory equipment. 29-26-16 to authorize the corporation municipality of Wawa to enter into agreement with Real Term Energy Corporation, the LED off-street fixtures project. 29-27-16 to authorize borrowing from time to time to meet current expenditures of corporation municipality of Wawa during the fiscal year ending December 31, 2016. And bylaw number 29-28-16 provide for an interim tax levy and the payment of interim taxes for the year 2016.
Do anybody have any questions or wish clarification on any of these bylaws?
One question. Just wondering why the first two bylaws there end in 15 and not 16 like the others.
It's because they were just written in 15.
Okay.
There's no real.
Just carry over, it's no
Yeah, it's the first four
significance.
numbers that are the key numbers, actually.
All right. I have no other questions.
Anybody else have any questions on the bylaws being presented here tonight? These are items that come up on a yearly basis, some of them as we start the new year. The borrowing, that kind of thing. Others for items that were discussed corporate planning in December, November. So seeing no other questions, I'll.
Question in regards to the NITGC agreement. So this is a memorandum of understanding, so it basically goes to all 5 communities, is that?
That's correct, yes.
And then is there a deadline for anticipated participation? Like is
I
there?
believe they've all agreed to participate in the agreement. I think they're all signed it.
Well, no, the process is we pass the bylaw first, then we
Yes.
circulate to all them, and then they pass individual bylaws of their own, and they sign it, and then we get the signed copy back with all the mayors and the CAOs, or whoever they delegate to sign the bylaw. So this is the first step. They still have to pass bylaws in their individual communities.
So the MOU would then change if one of the participants wasn't going to?
That's correct. We'd have to bring it back if a participant said that they weren't going to participate in the program, or there was some other change to it, because the agreements are all identical. So what they're doing is they would pass a bylaw to enter into the agreement with us. So if something changed in the agreement, we would have to bring this back to council for sure.
And then the MOU would change to reflect
That's correct.
And then just one other note, the populations were based on 2006 census. Is there a reason why we didn't use the 2011?
No, it is on 2011. That must be something that perhaps was added in, because I did the schedule myself. So.
But the apportionment though is based on the populations of the
Based on
communities.
2011, that's correct. Yeah.
My question is, the apportionment is based on population though from each community.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
It's weighted, that's right. And And so if you see that, like, there's a schedule there, it says costing NITGC, and if you hit that, and you go to page 2, it shows you the community split calculation, and it says per Census Canada 2011 population percentage, and that's how it's done. And so we use the most up-to-date census, which is, as Councilor Leah says, 2011.
Like with the agreement, maybe it's because the agreement was, but you've got WOW as of 3204, Sheffield 2354 as a population basis, and the 2011
Yeah,
census.
I see exactly what you're talking about there. So that schedule should not be part of this bylaw. It should be the one that says costing NITGC below that on your agenda there.
Okay.
And that will be the one. That page should not be in the bylaw there. That's the last one from 2006. So you're correct, and when you see that, you're absolutely right. That's what it says.
Okay. That would make sense. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor? It's carried. We'll go in camera session tonight for the resolution to close the meeting.
Moved by Councilor Morrison, seconded by Councilor Chiasson. Result of the meeting closed at 6:16 p.m.
All in favor? It's carried. Thank you very much.
Just give me that.